Hopefully you can all see Blackboard. I've done some cleaning up and I've done a few things that I'm hoping is going to help everybody out a little bit more. We talked about the fact that I've created a playlist for summer in YouTube. And if you actually go to that playlist right now, I have it in what I would consider our recommended order. And I have actually gone back in and I've added some of my historic videos that are related to the topics. So this is our first introduction to the course one. This is the more detailed introduction to waves and simple harmonic motion. This was our questions and introductions and stuff that we did last night. Then I have last night's video that we got from Zoom. And I've added to that today the simple pendulum and derivation of the length relationship. So you have that. And if you click on the video and you open into the comments and you hit read more, you have the video notes summaries for all of those. So you can jump right to wherever it is you need to go or be. So that's in the comments for those videos so that you're able to actually step through all of that. I go back. And then I have, for tonight, we're going to start with sound. And so this is a historic lecture that I've used for sound that has the PowerPoint associated with it. We are going to break it up into two parts. Tonight, we're going to get to sound and sound intensity. And then tomorrow night, we're going to cover the standing waves and the ear and that kind of information. But this way, I'm hoping that this will provide some order to the extensive video collection that I have. And I'm trying to consolidate it to make it just a little easier for everyone. So that's that link there. Then in here, if you go to our updates and information, you will have our links, and then you have page notes for the video summaries, some study topics that I've created for some of these. And then you do have the historic PowerPoints, and now they're grouped into the summer so you don't have to go searching for them. So they're actually right there that you have those videos to make it a little easier to find. And then if you guys remember, there were probably about 8 different folders. Now I've grouped everything that are supporting videos, links, resources, examples, all into one. And this has our gifts that we went through yesterday. It has a lot of other links and other videos and sample problems. But at least now I think it's a little bit better on those are supporting videos and examples, meaning those aren't things I'm expecting you to watch every one of those. Those watch what you think you need, and how you want to deal with that. And I will be cleaning up the other ones as well as we go through, but that gives you some helpful hints. Now the test on sound and simple harmonic motion, it will become available tomorrow at about 1 o'clock, and you have until July 1st to do it. But that's why I'm going to bring that in, because your homework for sound isn't due until July 5th. And I'm not intending to change that due date for the summer, but you may want to make sure you've got your sound homework done before you work on the test. So that will ensure that everybody gets their extra bonus points for the sound homework. And so I just want to make sure that people are aware of that. And your quiz is in the assignments, and that of course is due on the same day as the test. And again, I recommend doing the quiz before you do your test. So you have that information there. Tonight, we are going to cover these 2 activities. And I will do that here in just a second, but I want to point out a couple of other things for you. So if you go back to this playlist, this one right here, logs and using the text, we're going to use logarithms, and it was a good time to review how to use our textbook. So it gives you some ideas of how to use your chapter textbook and how to use the appendix in our book, because that's the best place to look at logarithms, because you probably haven't looked at logarithms in a while. So want to make sure that you were aware that that one is there. And then just to show everybody WebAssign, looking in the student view of WebAssign, tonight you have the pre-work for chapter 13 is due, the pre-work for chapter 14, which is the chapter that we're starting tonight. It's there. Your simple harmonic motion is due on Tuesday, July 1st, and your sound homework is due on July 5th. I'm not changing the date, but I recommend that you get that sound homework done before you do your test. So that gets you those items there. This is your textbook. So if you click on that, it will open up your textbook. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew how to get to their textbook. We're in the vibrations and waves section. So there's your chapter 13. And it has the information that we did yesterday, and you have your chapter 14. But I also want to go to the appendix. Let's go back. Here we go. Oh, where's my table of contents? Was out there. There we go. If you go into Appendix A, the mathematics review, and you come into your algebra, it has your basic algebra stuff that you've got there. And there's geometry for shapes. So you want to make sure you've got that. There's your trigonometry. I think it was maybe it's under algebra. We'll get down there. There's your linear equations. We keep scrolling down. Here are your logarithms and exponentials. And here are working with sound and decibels. So you have your examples and you can work with those as well. So just kind of highlighting that for you to find it in your textbook so that you can get to your textbook and be able to use it. So just as a reminder, and then for everybody, if you ever want to go back to your past assignments, you can go to your past assignments by clicking on that one, and it will get you your past assignments that are there, plus your scores. And just remember that I am hand typing in the scores into Blackboard so that you'll double check that when I send out an announcement that's there. So any questions about what I've done, where I've put helps, what's due? All right, so we're going to stop sharing there. Stop record real quick.